Okay, hello everyone. So now we are going to discuss about the answer of paper 1, Cambridge Chemistry, February March 2025, the paper code 12 1 2. Anyway, I'm gonna explain this as the simple as I can and tell you some tricks to answer it in a quick time. Number 1. Substance L takes the shape of the container that holds it. What could be the state of matter of substance L? Okay, the first clue that you can highlight here, it is following the container shape. So you had only two options between the three states of matter, which are liquid or gas. Okay, great. Number 2. The melting points and boiling points of pure substances M, N, and O are shown. Take a look at the table. You can see the details of the melting point and boiling points of the substances. The substances are chlorine, ethanol, and sulfur, which identifies M, N, and O. The substances names written is not in order, so don't consider that chlorine is on M, ethanol N, and O is sulfur. No, it's not correct. Okay, the first clue I can give you is we have ethanol here, and as you know that ethanol have lower boiling point than water. You know that water has 100 degrees Celsius for the boiling point, so just find the number below than 100. So we have 78. 78 for the substance M. It means we can consider M as an ethanol, so you can choose option B. You don't need to eliminate, you don't need to consider the other options because we only have ethanol in one option, B. Okay, if you are still wondering, should we take a look for the substance for N and O? I don't need you to do that because this is the trick for you. If we only have one correct option, there are no other options that confusing like option C and D. You have the same substance for the sulfur in the first column, so you have to consider the next substance on the other column. But in this case, you don't need to, and you can save more time to do the next number. Okay, number 3. Which statement explains why the noble gases are unreactive? Unreactive means stable. Your teacher must tell you this. So, this clue, and you have to think what makes the noble gas stable. So, the answer is C. They must have full outer electron shell. Okay? Go to number 4. What is the electronic configuration of A, P with negative 3 ion? Okay, you know phosphor has 15 for the atomic number, and if it is shown that it has negative 3 for the ion, for the charge, it means it will it will add more the electrons. It becomes 18, so the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, and 8. The answer is D. Okay, we have question about isotope for number 5. So you know the meaning of isotope. It should have the same number of electrons but different number of nucleon. Okay, the same number of electrons mean they should have the same number of atomic number. Okay, I will not explain you in order of the atom, but I will start from T atom. Okay, T has 16 for the electrons and the same number for the proton. This means T has 16 for the atomic number, and it has 0 for the charge. And what about the nuclear number? I don't think we have to consider the nuclear number, just leave it. But now let's go to atom R. Atom R has 12 protons. In the normal atom, the number of electrons and proton will be the same, right? So by this we can determine the number atom of R is 12. Okay, and for the electrons number, it will be 10 because the charge is +2. Okay, next go to atom S. As you can see here, atom S has 10 electrons and the same number of charge like atom R. So it will has the same number of the atomic number as well like atom R, 12. Okay, just skip the proton number. Go to Q. Q has 10 for the electrons but 3 positive for the charge. It means Q has 13 for the atomic number, different with R and S. So, what is the answer? It should be option C, R and S. Okay, now number 6. Which row describes the changes to the atoms when a metal and a non-metal reacts together? Okay, so remember, metal will make a cation and non-metal will make an anion. And you know that anion will be in the negative charge and cations will be in the positive charge. So from these 4 options, we will choose option D because metal atoms will lose electrons to form cations and non-metal will gain electrons to form anions. Okay, now number 7. In the following diagrams, X and Y are atoms of different elements. Which diagram correctly shows the arrangement of outer shell electrons in a molecule of methane? Okay, we will consider X as the representative of atom carbon and Y for the hydrogen. As you know that the molecular formula for methane is CH4, right? So we can write it over here. And then since the formula shows you it should have 1 C and 4 H, so you just need to eliminate option A and B directly. So now we are focused on option C and D. The first thought should come to your mind after this is, you know how many electrons in atom H or hydrogen? It only has 1 electron. So by this you can choose D for the answer. This is so simple and quick, so you don't need to consider the option C. But if you're still wondering why we don't choose C, because take a look for the X symbol. X symbol is represented for the Y for the hydrogen atom, I mean. But you know hydrogen atom only has 1 electron. So it's impossible to choose C, right? So never choose C. Okay. Okay, be ready for number 8 about graphite. Which pathway describes the properties of graphite? Okay, this is so easy. Graphite is in the covalent bonding. So the first pathway you will choose yes, of course. So circle it, and then does it conduct electricity when solid? Yes. So the answer will be A. Okay, number 9, we will talk about naming a compound. So take a look to the first column, the substance name. On the first option, you have cobalt chloride. Okay, cobalt to chloride. So the first thing that you have to eliminate here is the formula shown, it is copper. So just cross the Cu. Okay. Okay, next, in the option B, we have ethane. So you must be familiar with this. Ethane have two carbon, and the number of hydrogen will be 2 more than double number of the carbon atom. So 2 times 2 and then plus 2. So it will has 6 hydrogen atom. Okay, so we can take B as the correct answer. So in this case, you don't need to count on the option C and D. Just skip it and go to the next number for number 10. Number 10, antifreeze contains a mixture of water and ethylene glycol. So focus with the water molecule and ethylene glycol. So the diagram shows you the molecule of water and the ethylene glycol. So just don't confuse with the H2O. So just cross it. We just make the formula from this one. So how many carbon atom? 2 and H. There are 6 and 2 oxygen. So the correct answer is B.